Hey guys, this is Nikki. I'm live with Ron in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Commercial Property Boot Camp, and we're doing on location here the Ask Ron questions for the Gold Club for this week.
With a flip camera that Nikki's trying to hold still and wobbling all over the place. Okay.
No, I think I'm doing a fantastic job.
All
right, first question is from Ginny Robertson, and her question is, as a newbie to real estate investing, I am wondering if you recommend having your buyers and sellers websites up before you start your business.
Absolutely not. The first thing you need to do is generate leads to start your business, assuming you know what to do with the leads when you get them. You could run a business without a buyer and seller's website. You just need to generate leads, have the VA call them or you call them, take the yeses off the sheet and go get contracts signed from the seller and you're in business. No website required for that.
All right. Question number 2 from Roger.
Hey Roger, where's Roger from?
Roger does not say where Roger is from.
Roger, that's a no-no. I must know where you're from. All right.
Here's Roger's question. Ron, instead of using a corp or LLC name for my entity on the lease option agreement, can I use a land trust number or a...
No. Roger, you can't have a land trust unless you fund the property. You got to close the property or the trust isn't funded. So you don't have a trust till you take title to a property. You're not taking title in a lease purchase. So you have to use either an LLC or a corporation or your own name, and I don't want you to use your own name. Just get an LLC, Roger. You can do it a phone call from a company called Business Filings or Company Corporations or one of those. It's whatever the state fees are and maybe $150 more and you got an LLC. Of course you need to get the documentation and all of that, but you can do that after you form an LLC. You can do it over the telephone. You'll need a name you want to apply to it. You ought to have 2 or 3, and who are the officers, and a credit card. That's it.
All right. Third question is from Wade, and once again, Wade does not say where he is from.
Guys, you got to tell me where you're from. It might determine the answer to your questions.
Wade's question is, can you give me some ideas of some good ads that I can try, preferably proven ads, to attract sellers?
Sellers? Yeah, don't run any. Call FSBOs. They're running ads for you to call them. Get your VAs to call FSBOs. But if you're going to run ads, I buy houses, cheap, cash, any condition is as good an ad as any. It always works. I buy houses. I'm sorry, not cheap. I buy houses cash, any condition. Cheap is when you're selling junkers. I buy houses cash, any condition. Doesn't mean you have to buy them cash, but it does get the phone to ring. I buy houses cash, any condition, any area. And even if over leveraged is words that I like to put in there, and that's a great ad.
All right, next question is from Earl Stacy.
Hello, Earl.
And he is, I am wondering how much I should pay someone to go hang pointer signs, put flyers in houses, and install lock boxes on houses, and make sure they stay up after I get the house under contract.
Well, Earl, it's probably just as easy if you pay somebody by the hour, $7, $8, $9 an hour. If they're going to do all of that for you, or pay them, you know, I don't make any difference. First thing I do is ask them what they want, and you'll find that's probably a reasonable number. So it's either by an hour or a half-day fee or something of that nature. It's not much.
All right. Next question is from Theodore in Bolton, Connecticut.
Oh, at least we know where Theodore's from. All right.
He says, hello, after listening to several CDs, I've heard repeated mention of getting the deed when going out to meet the seller. How can one walk out with the deed, as all deeds need to be notarized in order to be recorded?
Good question. We don't walk out with a deed. It's getting the deed is a slang term used in the industry. We don't get them in the house anymore. The deed is signed in front of an attorney, handed to the attorney, then the attorney records it and has it sent to you. So we start with the purchase and sale agreement if you're going to get the deed, and then let the attorney close it from there. Purchase and sale agreement is all you need while you're in the house. So getting the deed means that the seller's willing to transfer ownership to you and leave the loan in their own name. So you're either going to do that or you're going to lease purchase it from the seller. You really should get trained on when to do which before you go out just blindly getting the deed. But again, getting the deed is just a slang term. You don't get a deed. Sellers don't hand you a deed. Whenever you're buying property, a new deed is created, hopefully by an attorney, unlike a car title. Car title, I got to have the old title. On a house, I don't have to have any old title. The new one's created. The seller does not need any paperwork that they already currently have for you to buy a house from them. Deeds are always created by closing agents.
All right. Final and last question is from Stan. He says, in the webinar seminar yesterday, Ron said that they had VAs contact landlords advertising in the for rent classifieds to generate leads for axe deals.
Yep. And it's working well too.
What script do they use to approach people who run for rent ads to get them to fill out lead property information sheets?
Well, I don't approach them. The VAs do, and Scott just tells the VAs to call them and ask them if they're interested in selling, and then from there it's the same script that we use for all of the other. Fill out the property information sheet if the answer is yes, and right on it is questions that they're asked. For example, will you lease purchase the house if we accept the responsibility for the repairs? If that answer is yes, you probably got an axe deal. Unless you want to stay in it, it might be a sandwich lease deal. If the answer is no, you don't. It's that simple. However, landlords are great targets because they're already in the renting mode. They're advertising that they want to rent. So now when you come along and you say, okay, well, I'll rent it from you and I'll assign that to somebody that is responsible for all of your repairs, who will ultimately buy and get you out of it, that's a pretty attractive offer. So we're having some pretty good success by approaching landlords. And frankly, so is Jay Connor. He's the one that first re-triggered that in our minds. Jay's also having a lot of success approaching people with rental ads on Craigslist. Look for the for rent ads on Craigslist and just contact them. Do you want to sell? And if so, contact me and let me get some information. And then from there, it's business as usual.
That was the final question.
Okay, see you guys next week.